In the summer of 1518, something happened in the city of Strasbourg that historians still cannot fully explain. At that time, Strasbourg was part of the Holy Roman Empire. Life there was harsh. Food shortages, disease, and constant fear were part of everyday existence. Then one morning, a woman later identified in historical records as Frau Trophäa walked out onto the street, and she began to dance. There was no music, no celebration, no visible reason. At first, people thought she was joking. Some laughed. Others ignored her. But after several hours, it became clear that something was wrong. She did not stop. She danced through the day. She danced through the night. Witnesses wrote that her feet became swollen and bloody, yet her body kept moving. By the second day, she was still dancing. By the third day, she was barely able to stand. And still, she continued. Within a week, others began to join her. Not by choice. People would suddenly step into the street and begin moving the same way. Uncontrolled, erratic, desperate. Some screamed for help. Some begged to be restrained. Their bodies would not obey them. Within days, dozens were affected. Soon the number grew into the hundreds. Historical city records describe people collapsing from exhaustion. Some suffered heart attacks. Others died from dehydration and stroke. According to contemporary sources, at the peak of the outbreak, up to 15 people per day were dying. The city authorities were overwhelmed. Doctors of the time believed the cause was what they called overheated blood. Their solution was based on the medical knowledge of the 16th century. They decided the only cure was to let the sickness run its course. Public dancing platforms were built. Musicians were hired. Professional dancers were brought in to guide the afflicted. Instead of stopping the outbreak, it made everything worse. Music drew larger crowds. More people began to dance. The phenomenon spread faster. Panic followed. Authorities reversed their decision. Music was banned. Dancing was outlawed. Instruments were confiscated. Victims were taken out of the city. Some were sent to monasteries. Others were brought to shrines, where prayers and rituals were performed over them. Gradually the outbreak faded. But the question remained. Why did this happen? Modern historians and medical experts have proposed several explanations. One theory suggests mass psychogenic illness, a form of collective hysteria triggered by extreme stress, famine, and fear. Another theory points to ergot poisoning, a toxic fungus that grows on rye and can cause convulsions, hallucinations, and loss of motor control. The same fungus would later be linked to substances similar to LSD. But ergot poisoning does not fully explain the duration or the coordinated behavior of the dancers. The most accepted explanation today is a combination of factors: psychological stress, cultural beliefs, physical exhaustion, and social pressure. What makes this event truly disturbing is not the theories, it is the documentation. This was not a legend, not a myth, not folklore. It was recorded in city archives, medical notes, and eyewitness accounts. People danced until their bodies failed them, and no one truly understood why. Even today, more than 500 years later, the dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most unsettling events in recorded history.